Man, what's up, family? I'm glad y'all pulled up, and I appreciate y'all for tapping in to another edition of Just or Just Simply Wrong. Today, we're going to be using the law to break down an arrest that happened in Jacksonville, Florida on February 19th, 2025. 2025, a 22-year-old man named William Anthony McNeil Jr. was allegedly traveling along Sawtell Drive around 4:15 p.m. when he was pulled over by Deputy Bowers of the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. According to the report, the stop was made for no headlights during inclement weather and failure to wear a seatbelt. But what began as a routine traffic stop quickly turned into a viral flashpoint. Bodycam footage shows the encounter escalating after McNeil questioned the reason for the stop and asked for a supervisor. Within moments, Deputy Bowers shattered the driver's side window. Allegedly, Deputy Bowers struck McNeil in the face while he was still seated in a vehicle with his hands in his lap, sparking controversy nationwide whether this use of force was just or just simply wrong. And today, we're going to get to the bottom of it using law to find out whether his actions were just or just simply wrong. The first thing we're tackling is probable cause. What was the officer's reason for pulling him over?
Is there a reason why you're popping the door open like that?
I don't have a window that works. Is there a reason that you're pulling me over?
Yeah, absolutely there's a reason why I'm pulling you over. For one thing, inclement weather, you don't have your lights on. Two things, you're not wearing your seatbelt.
It's daylight. I don't need the lights.
The officer stated his reason for pulling him over was no headlights during inclement weather. Let's take a look at the Florida state law to see exactly what it says about that. It is required for headlights to be used anytime it's raining, foggy, or smoky. It doesn't specify how hard it has to be raining. Even light rain counts. So if your windshield wipers are on, your headlights are supposed to be on. Now here's the other thing. Florida law also says that you have to be wearing a seatbelt at any time you're driving. That's another traffic violation under the state law 316.614. So between no headlights in the rain and not wearing a seatbelt, this gives the officer legal reason to make this stop. We can see right here in this body cam footage that the weather conditions did show rain. On his car, you can see rain droplets all around the outside of it. And also, we did see that the Florida law stated that you are required to let down your window and talk to an officer if it is a lawful stop. And if you don't, that does constitute a lawful arrest. Florida law states drivers must obey lawful orders from officers directing traffic or enforcing traffic laws. Resisting without violence, refusing to comply with lawful commands like rolling down the window or showing ID can be charged as obstruction. And we all know obstruction is a reason for arrest. It also states that officers may use reasonable force when necessary to carry out a lawful arrest or detention.
So what did he ask for when he when he pulled me over, he walked up, opened my door, my window don't work, right? And then I said, so what I did wrong? Yeah. He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like, there's multiple people headlights. Okay, that's so. And then there's no rain. It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on. Can you pull that law up? Huh? Can you pull that law up? Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will. Hey. Can you call your supervisor? Huh? Can you call your supervisor? All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now.
I'll be honest, up until this moment, I was on the sheriff's side. Before I share my opinion, you guys let me know in the comments whether you think that this use of force was just or just simply wrong.
Exit the vehicle! Show me your hands. Here. What is your reason, sir? What is your reason? Step out now. All right. Get on the ground. No, don't touch me. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Resist. Hands behind your back. What's wrong with you? What you mean? I was putting my hands behind my back. I was on. Ain't no talking now, man. Ain't no talking. What's going on, man? You're under arrest. That's what's going on.
Now, I'm no legal expert, and everything that I said here is all allegations. However, from what I'm seeing in the video, personally, I don't see a justification for the punch. Everything leading up to that point, it was all on the sheriff's side. However, the moment he threw that punch, I feel he threw the whole incident out the window. And because of that, he's gonna have to answer for that for a long time. Now, the department chose to not press charges or pursue this, saying that it was all justified. However, this is still an ongoing case and litigation is still in process. But if I had to guess, he's gonna have to answer for that punch. And if not, we should be thinking about what are we gonna do moving forward for things like this shouldn't happen. Now, was that young man's actions right? Absolutely not. He handled himself terribly. The way he talked to the officer, the way he carried himself on a traffic stop, his demeanor, all of it, man, it was very frightening to see. Because when you behave like that in front of police officers on traffic stops, we all know how things like that can end. You put yourself in a position to where you give them the upper hand. You put the burden on their shoulders to decide the outcome of the traffic stop. And that's never what you want to do. That can result in you getting your ass beat. That can result in being shot. That can result in you going to jail when all you had to do was accept a ticket and be on about your way. But hey, that's just my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comments. Let's have a debate. Let's talk about it. And let's see different points of view on this incident. I appreciate you guys for coming to check out my video. And I hope to see you again. All right.